Well, what a crazy day in the crypto markets, with Bitcoin taking a bit of a dump over the last 24 hours and World Liberty Finance heading to a new all-time low. What's going on, and how is Justin Sun and a frozen wallet affecting all of what's going on with that? We're going to break down the latest with World Liberty Finance, as well as looking at the more macro statement of September. Is this going to play out more bullish, or unfortunately, is it going to end up bearish? All of that in this video. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to support what we're doing here. And don't forget, turn that notification bell on so that you are updated with all our latest content, live streams, and everything else. Right, with that being said, let's get into it. So, World Liberty Finance, hailed as the big launch on Ethereum, didn't quite hit the mark. And we've been talking about this on my live streams over the course of the last 24 hours. What could be an entry point? Where do we think the price is going to go? And ultimately, is this any good to get involved in? Now, it did take a new low here around 16 cents in the early hours of yesterday morning. And I guess it is a slight uptrend, but what's all the fun about? Or is this actual truth? Well, the reality here is that in a big moment, and a big shock moment, in fact, World Liberty Finance blacklisted Justin Sun's entire $500 million World Liberty Finance allocation. Now, Justin Sun has been a big pro individual for this project. He was one of the big holders of the Trump Memecoin. He was one of the first to get involved in this. So this is a big deal, and lots of speculation out of the World Liberty Finance stream was that he was deliberately dumping, as well as using his funds to funnel through an exchange to drive the price down. Almost conspiracy-esque when it comes to Justin Sun. The reality is, though, did he do it? Well, Justin Sun himself came out with this, saying our address only carried out a few general exchange deposit tests with very small amounts, followed by an address dispersion. No buying or selling was involved, so it could not possibly have any impact on the market. Now, you kind of sit in two camps here, I think, with this. The first camp is that, well, the Trumps are basically doing what they said that everyone did to them, which is, in essence, debanking Justin Sun from the World Liberty Finance project. Or Justin Sun is, deliberately dumping the price and doing what he said he wasn't going to do, which is sell. And this will probably never get an answer for. The reality is, at the minute, as it stands, Justin Sun's had his entire address blacklisted, and I'm sure he's on a watch list, which doesn't bode well for any project. In fact, that doesn't bode well at all if you're looking to get involved in it. You're looking for an element of transparency. There's obviously lots of debate about the Trump meme coin, the Melania coin, and everything else that kind of came out. The difference here, though, is this is deliberately a DeFi project. They're going to launch as an exchange. There's more coming to it. So if anything, the last thing the Trumps need, particularly with World Liberty Finance, is any kind of uncertainty, any kind of noise that is a negative, especially like when you've got the price chart that looks like that, which, I mean, you can't really tear this. It's down 15% when the market's been down about 3%, and it looks like it's going to continue to trend down. The big question is, where is the floor? Is the floor at 16? Perhaps we'll keep close to that. I think it's important to reference, but certainly not an ideal launch by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, crypto Twitter is going wild about what's happening. Now, the big question now is, though, what does the macro look like for September? So obviously we have all this World Liberty Finance thing. I don't think it naturally is affecting the market too much. But where do we see the potential move of September, which ultimately will support World Liberty Finance, but support your crypto holdings as well? Well, we're at a very important point here. And I was talking about this on the live stream at 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss that we got this breakout here on Bitcoin. This is a very positive breakout. However, yesterday was a slight downtrend. And in fact, coming to retest some of these low 109.3 range, did solidly bounce off. So the next kind of 12 to 24 hours are going to be really important. Hopefully, we can start to see a push back up to retest these two key indicators, which are the 50-day exponential moving averages and the 20-day EMA. This could give us some bullish sentiment. This indicator, though, that we've been talking about for a while, I'm looking to that to break over the 51 range. By the way, short term, starting to trend to the upside. Here on the 4-hour chart, you can see that we are starting to try and push back, which could then continue the September bullish sentiment. And fingers crossed, that's what we'll get. Now, interestingly enough, lots playing out as we've seen previously back in 2017. We are repeating the pattern pretty much day by day. The biggest pump ahead here coming from Symbia as he talks about, hey, look, we absolutely are seeing this. And don't forget, 2017 was a relatively bearish month for September, but we did actually get that big breakout then going into October, as this may play out. I believe September may turn out to be pretty optimistic. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I think that as well. You've got a move in the meme coin sector. Now, this is something I've been talking about for a while. And in fact, Bonk is the most bought meme coin by smart money in the last 24 hours, which then allows me to think meme coins are going to make a move. And you may think, hold on a minute, 2-bit. We've gone from World Liberty Finance to meme coins. How is this important? Meme coins bring regular investors to the market. Those people that just want to come in and try and ape $100 and walk away with $1 million, they're going to buy meme coins. They're not going to come in and look for the latest layer 2 protocol with ZK sync and EVMs and all the rest of it. They just want to buy a dog on a coin. That's the reality of it. So this is why I think this is important and could signal that we're going to start to see some retail money flowing back into the market, which could be very bullish for everybody. You double down on the fact that continuous corporate investing in Bitcoin is at a record high and is continuing to accelerate, which again shows that we may see an extended bull market cycle. We may see some pretty aggressive price actions, and the dip may not be quite as big. And we talked about this again on my live stream as well. So how does all of this wrap into a nice little bundle? World Liberty Finance may be an opportunity to get in, and retail might be about to come skyrocketing into the market. Looking at what's going on with meme coins, all could be starting to bring together a pretty crazy end of the year. And more importantly, over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks, we potentially might even see some strong moves in the overall cryptocurrency market. Look at the macro again here on the chart, certainly on the monthly, still looks very positive for Bitcoin. And when you look at that, you think, well, doesn't even look like we've made a big move. We are printing higher highs on the monthly, which again is important and fundamentally are in a nice uptrend. So lots to talk about. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're keeping you up to date with all the latest news. And if you want to come and join our free Discord, link in the description down below. Until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.